Good morning, it's Jane Odom from the AAC Language Lab, and we're going to talk today about some free resources on the lab that you might find very, very beneficial, especially if you're doing teletherapy and you're supporting parents at home. These are going to be some super simple tools that they can use at home and activities for them to do. So on the lab, we have two different calendars. And although they're from the different companies, one is from PRC and one is from Saltillo, it's just best practices, and you can totally use these with any device, any system. So the first one is the Saltillo Calendar, and this calendar is going to be it's going to focus on senses and emotions. And so every month that you turn the calendar, you're going to have all these really cool activities that you can do. So June is coming up next week, right? And they're going to be talking about taste and tasting with our mouth. So it tells you what vocabulary to focus on, and then it gives you a book to read, and then it gives you some really fun activities to do. And so if you know your Saltillo consultant, you can certainly ask for a hard copy of one of these. Or in a pinch, if you're not going to see them because some of us are still being quarantined, then you can just go to the Language Lab and you can just download the PDF file, or you can go to the Saltillo website and download the PDF file, as well as supports. So there's going to be supports on the Saltillo site that you can use for the different vocabulary levels for word power. So this is, it's got like a really fun smoothie that you're going to make. It tells you what words to model. It tells you what book to read. And a lot of these, most of these books are going to be really common ones that you can have access to. And I found a little trick, like if I'm not going to be able to get to the library, a lot of times you can go to YouTube and find somebody reading that book online, and you can utilize that as well. Okay, so check out the Saltillo Calendar. And then the PRC one is going to be a literacy guide. And so the literacy guide, I actually have this one. Again, if you know your consultant, you can contact them and they can send one out to you. If not, the whole entire PDF is on the AAC Language Lab, so you can download that onto a tablet or print that out if you want, and you can utilize that. So the way that this one works is, again, they're going to focus on a very, very common book. So we have June here, and that pigeon needs a bath, and so we're going to work on 6 target vocabulary words each month. So it tells you to start. You're going to go ahead and look at those vocabulary words, learn where they are on the device. You're going to model those words for the student so that they understand where they are, and how to use them. And then you can go through all the different activities that are in here. So you have the story, and then you have a sensory activity, you have a craft activity, and then a writing activity. So there's all kinds of really cool things. And pick and choose based on your student. So you don't feel that you have to absolutely do everything in the exact same order that it's on here. You know, switch it around, do it any way that you want. But it's just a really fun resource. Now, you've missed a lot of months because it's already June, right? So there's going to be all kinds of other really cool things on both of these that you can do in the previous months. So if you're running out of things to do, just go back to a different month and check it out. And there's also going to be a lot of supports. There are smart charts that are available so that you can see where those words are. There are manual boards available because guess what? Sometimes devices don't get charged, and you might need a backup system or a way for you to model on Zoom or whatever platform you're doing teletherapy on. And there's even like lesson plate templates that you can write your own stuff in there. And then in this one, there's a prompt hierarchy, which might be really useful for parents to share some of this with them so that they can support their kiddo at home and know what they're doing at home. So on the Language Lab Facebook group, which we are on now, there, if you arrow down, there is a video, and actually this video is a really good one because I kind of put it together, but the authors of both of these calendars kind of give you a little tour more in depth in that video, so it's really worth like taking the 5 minutes to watch it. And then also on there is the link so that you can go to the Language Lab and download these. Oh, and did I mention that they're free? Huh, how do you like that? All right, so enjoy the calendar and the Literacy Planner, and I will see you again next week. Thank you guys, everybody who's watching live. Very cool to see I know some of these names. I see you guys are active on the group, and that's really cool. So everybody stay safe and have a great day and enjoy this lovely, lovely weather. I can never finish these. That was horrible.